There are a lot of consumer media platforms out there. It's important to remember that broadcasting was a real-time, rich media, mass media platform before there was any competition, and it really wasn't all that long ago. So the broadcasting perspective is a little different than other media that are out there now that don't have that kind of long institutional history. But I think it's the advent of digital media that is vastly accelerating the size of the competitive landscape. You can look at radio. The iPod wasn't introduced till 2001. MP3 was just three years before that, in 1998. On the TV side, we've had digital cable, digital satellite, the entry of telephone companies into video services. You have the pre-recorded media, DVD and now Blu-ray for high-definition pre-recorded media. The whole panoply of digital video recorders from TiVo and from cable and satellite companies. And now Internet TV, both short-form programming, long-form programming, and services like YouTube with lots and lots of user-generated content. The iPod has gone beyond just a device in your pocket. Now it's available as a cell phone too, so you have a ready source of real-time information. And there's just a whole lot of competitive media out there. And I guess my point is that not only is there all this competition, but it's not static competition. These services are adding new capabilities every day. We need to reinvent digital media in the broadcast sense. We'll start with high definition, for instance. It's very impressive. It's an initial killer app, no question. But if you take the long view, eventually high definition becomes mundane. Everybody's got it. It's just regular television. So we can add multicasting, and that gives you new programming. That's about choice. That's important. We can add mobile digital television. That gives you freedom from location. We don't have that now. You can add interactivity and add personalization and availability of digital television signals on personal devices. And then add storage for non-real-time programming, gives you freedom from time. So it's this reinvention of digital broadcasting over the long term that really is the fuel that's going to keep broadcasting relevant in the future. What can broadcasters do specifically? Well, I think there's at least 4 things they can do that are maybe generic but important. The first is experimentation. Don't be afraid to try new things, to work with new partners, to find out what the audience wants, and to work with them to give it to them, because that's what everyone else is doing. The second thing stations can do is diversify, to get the content that they have that's valuable on all the new platforms that are out there. Thirdly, broadcasters can exploit their RF channel. This is something NAB is particularly interested in. It's the wireless platform that is already part of the broadcast license that is an edge up on the competition because broadcasters have a way into everybody's home in their area, and other platforms can't make that same claim. And then lastly, education, to keep up with the equipment and the trends and all the new technologies, because if you don't keep up with the education, then your business really can't grow. Well, as far as the future of broadcasting and NAB's role in it, it's important to recognize there really is no part of the media industry that is more scrutinized and analyzed than the broadcast industry. Broadcasting is intended for the broad public. It's available to anyone in the area where it's available. It's regulated by the government, and it uses public spectrum. So broadcasting is a lightning rod for attention of all types. But broadcasting has been and is at the center of a lot of technical issues in media. That can be good and sometimes maybe not so good, but it's almost always better to be a part of something than isolated from what's going on. And media is certainly a dynamic business. It's an evolving business. And our job is to make sure that broadcasting stays a future business as well as a current business. And regardless of who else is in that business, broadcasting continues to provide all the entertainment, information, and news options that people need and that they want. And technology, definitely an important part of that solution.